Technology is changing the world. It has integrated into virtually every aspect of our lives. The way we think, the way we interact, the way we learn. At AeU University, we establish a blueprint for the future of learning. We address the need of making learning and teaching highly accessible and flexible. We use the latest technology intelligently to introduce new ways of learning, new ways of winning. We respond to the needs of the fourth industrial revolution, where man and machine enable new possibilities. That is why we don't wait to see what happens. We do it first. We harness the power of ideas and networks to be intelligent, collaborative, and enable people to achieve more. That is why we don't just dream of ideas. We turn them into a reality. We are committed to provide the opportunity of higher learning to the multitudes and empower them to transform lives, workplaces, and society. That is why we evolve, innovate, learn, and teach in order to go that one step further. We believe that through innovation and dedication, we can continue to work towards a better tomorrow. That is why, now more than ever, we believe that education is borderless, that learning is borderless. AeU, Malaysia's digital global university.
First of all, it's suitable for my situation. You know, I'm busy training all the time, so I come here by research when I have free time. They are flexible with me. In fact, Dr. O, thanks to him, he's very flexible, supervising my MSc regarding according to my circumstances. This is one thing I like about AeU University.
The best part is AeU MBA offer me the flexibility to study and work at the same time.
AeU helped me a lot with their personalized learning mode. I have an awesome experience in learning without changing my life routine.
Technology is changing the world. It has integrated into virtually every aspect of our lives. The way we think, the way we interact, the way we learn. At AeU University, we establish a blueprint for the future of learning. We address the need of making learning and teaching highly accessible and flexible. We use the latest technology intelligently to introduce new ways of learning, new ways of winning. We respond to the needs of the fourth industrial revolution, where man and machine enable new possibilities. That is why we don't wait to see what happens. We do it first. We harness the power of ideas and networks to be intelligent, collaborative, and enable people to achieve more. That is why we don't just dream of ideas. We turn them into a reality. We are committed to provide the opportunity of higher learning to the multitudes and empower them to transform lives, workplaces, and society. That is why we evolve, innovate, learn, and teach in order to go that one step further. We believe that through innovation and dedication, we can continue to work towards a better tomorrow. That is why, now more than ever, we believe that education is borderless, that learning is borderless. AeU, Malaysia's digital global university.
First of all, it's suitable for my situation. You know, I'm busy training all the time, so I come here by research when I have free time. They are flexible with me. In fact, Dr. O, thanks to him, he's very flexible, supervising my MSc regarding according to my circumstances. This is one thing I like about AeU University.
The best part is AeU MBA offer me the flexibility to study and work at the same time.
AeU helped me a lot with their personalized learning mode. I have an awesome experience in learning without changing my life routine.
Hi, good morning. Assalamualaikum. My name is Fadila and I'm your MC for today's session. To everyone and AeU staff, welcome. To all our new students, congratulations on your decision on joining AeU, and a warm welcome to all of you to AeU Virtual Orientation Day. To mark the start of the orientation session, I would like to request all guests to observe the national anthem of Malaysia, Negaraku. For the first agenda, the Vice-Chancellor of AeU, Professor Emeritus Tan Sri Dato Dr. Nik Mustafa Raja Abdullah, is here to welcome all of you to the university. Please welcome Professor Emeritus Tan Sri Dato Dr. Nik Mustafa Raja Abdullah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. First and foremost, praise and thanks to Allah the Almighty for granting us good health and blessings for being able to be here this morning for the annual occasion of AeU orientation program. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this auspicious occasion to welcome you to the AeU family and thank you for joining our virtual orientation day. I wish to congratulate each one of you for having the confidence to choose to study at AeU University, one of the few fully online distance learning institutions in the world. Here in AeU University, we are unique since students have less chance to meet up on campus because of the mode of study. However, we will ensure that we consistently organize online events so that the students stay connected to the campus. The learning experience might be new for some students, but I can assure you that this is going to be enjoyable because you do not have to leave your career and family to achieve your dream. Students can study anytime, anywhere, and save traveling costs to the campus. For your information, AeU was established in 2007 under the collaboration of 35 ASEAN Cooperation Dialogue ACD member countries. AeU has managed to accomplish numerous achievements throughout the years, including ASEAN Outstanding Business Award 2019 and 4 stars in Setara 2020 or rating system for Malaysian higher education institutions. Since our establishment, AeU has produced more than 22,000 graduates worldwide and several distinguished alumni from various fields. To our new students, I hope you will use this opportunity to learn new things, acquire new knowledge, develop new skills, and build networking. Other than gaining knowledge, students are able to adapt to new technology. As all of you know, and as mentioned earlier, we are an online distance learning institution where classes and educational materials can be accessed online. On top of that, we have also introduced synchronous online final exam, SOFE, to ease our learners' experience in pursuing their educational journey. So take full advantage of the blend of the institution's uniqueness and new opportunities provided here. As you read in the news, we are still facing the threat of COVID-19 globally. However, I would like to convince you all of you that this pandemic does not hinder our aspirations in giving the very best to all our learners around the globe. I want you to know that the entire university community is here to support, encourage you as you decide to study at AAU. The purpose of this virtual orientation day is to help you familiarize yourself more with the new innovative learning management system, teaching process, and automation in AAU. I wish you the very best in the orientation process to comprehend today's information and your studies. We pray together for your safety, health, and protect us from COVID-19 virus. That is all for today, and have a nice day. Stay safe. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Professor. Next, I would like to invite Professor John Arul Phillips, the Dean of School of Education and Cognitive Science, to give us an overview of learning at AeU University. Please welcome.
Thank you, Fadila. And good morning, good evening, or maybe good afternoon to wherever you may be. Some of you may be different parts of the world. First part will be explaining about the university, the background, who we are. You might be surprised, if this is your first time here, you might be wondering who we are. What is the university all about? The second part, I'll talk a little bit about what's it like studying at AeU University. How do you go about studying? Now, let's begin the first part. I think it is very commendable that you have come back to school, as they say, and also given the very challenging times we are facing at this moment, and you have chosen to continue your studies, whether it's a diploma, a graduate diploma, a bachelor's, or a master's or a PhD. That's very commendable. And you form a minority of people all over the world who have come back to continue studying, because there's lots of people for different reasons don't come back to school after you finish the bachelor's degree and then you want to continue. That's great, because we are very happy that you have chosen AeU University as your place to continue studying. Now, and you have made lots of sacrifices in terms of time, money, and family. So, as our former Prime Minister said, never stop learning. As Einstein used to say, the moment you stop learning, you die. Next. Now, our university was set up by this corporation called the Asia Cooperation Dialogue way back in 2007. And in that dialogue, a group of ministers from the Asian region met in Thailand, and they decided to try out different projects. And Malaysia chose at that time, 2007, we chose to focus on what we call e-education. So they decided, and that is where AeU University was kind of born. The concept was born. Next. Now, these are the countries today that belong to this group of, it's called the Asia Cooperation Dialogue. And you will see there are about 35 countries and all sorts of countries, including Russia, even all Southeast Asian countries. Next. Okay, now we are a very unique university in the sense that we were born from the ACD member countries, and we are supported by the we started off with support of funding from the Ministry of Finance, and then there's the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So these are three government institutions in Malaysia we have to report to every year. We are accountable to these three ministries. And just to mention that I think it's this weekend or so, there's a meeting for these ACD member nations, and our representative from Malaysia is going to present a paper. And in that paper, the person the government official is talking about the achievements of AeU. Next. Now, this is our vision, to be a leader and premier education hub in the promotion of affordable and quality e-learning in Asia. Our students don't only come from Asia, but also all over the world. We've got students from the European countries also. Now, our mission is to collaborate with other universities, and we want to leverage on other universities in the sense that the expertise of other universities cooperate and leverage on the resources and to give and focus on lifelong education. That's our main mission, lifelong education. Next. Now, AeU, Asia E-University, is somewhat unusual. We have three triple modes. In the sense that we have a full-time program, we've got especially the bachelor's programs and also the master's program. We have full-time students. Then there is the blended mode. The blended mode, the word blend means part of your teaching is done online, the other part is done face-to-face. Now, I guess we cannot do the face-to-face, but still blended. So it's face-to-face plus online interaction. And the third part, we call it fully online, where the student is fully online. But even though we say it's fully online, we provide online interaction. Next, the schools. These are the schools we have at AeU. We have the School of Graduate Studies, which focuses on a PhD program, School of Management, School of Education and Cognitive Science, School of Science and Technology, School of Humanities and Social Sciences, School of Foundation Studies. And we have another unit which we call SPEED for short, which is School of Professional Studies, which focuses on short courses and professional courses. Next. Now, these are the deans of the school. If you look there, each of the schools. Next. The School of Management offers the following courses: Business Administration, MBA, which is very popular, Master of Management, DBA is another core thing. And then you have a Master of Human Resource, Bachelor of Business Administration for the undergraduates, very popular also. A Graduate Diploma Management, a Graduate Diploma Accounting. Next. The School of Education offers the Masters of Education, which is a very popular program. We have graduated over 1,000 students for the Masters of Education so far. Bachelor of Education, Early Childhood. Bachelor of Education, Teaching English, second language, is called TESOL. Bachelor of Education, Teaching Bahasa Melayu, or Malay language in our country. And then we have the Graduate Diploma in Early Childhood Education. That's another popular program. Next. Then in the School of Science and Technology, you have the Master of Information and Communication, MICTM, Bachelor of Information and Communication Technology, and the Bachelor of Digital Creative Media, sorry. Next. The School of Arts, Humanities and Social Science offers the Bachelor of Arts, Graphic Design, Bachelor of Education, Teaching Islamic Studies, and the Diploma in Islamic Studies. Next. The School of Graduate Studies has the following: the Doctor of Philosophy. You notice that they're all doctoral programs. You have in business administration, education, humanities, information communication technology, finance we have there, and there's a PhD in social and behavioral science. Next. These are our distinguished alumni. We have a former minister in Namibia, and then we had a former minister also here from Malaysia, who was the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Tan Sri Said Hamid Alba. Then there's Dr. Mary Yap, who was a former Minister of Higher Education, who got a PhD with us, and the David Namambwe, who was from the former Minister of Education in Namibia. Next. Now, what is learning at AeU like? Let me give you an overview. to prepare you for continuing at AeU, for studying at AeU at all levels. Next. Now, you're an adult learner, and obviously the issue of internet is required, technical requirements, but we don't insist. If you have difficulty with the internet, we help you by, later I'll explain this. The technical requirements, you obviously you have to set time for study tutorials. Time management is important, very, very important, because I would say your lifestyle is going to change quite a bit, because you have to set time for completing assignments and so on and so forth, and doing exams, reading the materials, reading the video clips. We give a lot of video clips to enhance your learning. There are quizzes for you. So, and then you have to find inspiration from yourself. So balance the yin and the yang kind of thing, balance of learning and working. Next. Now, we have 3 modes, as I mentioned earlier: fully online, blended mode. I'll explain it later. What it, usually, if you're fully online, it means you have access to all the materials, everything. Then we have classes online. Similarly, the blended also, I said previously, it was face-to-face. You had about 10 hours of face-to-face for a course. In a stretch of about 12 to 13 weeks in a semester, for one course, a 3-credit course, you have 10 hours of face-to-face if you are following the blended mode. So now that portion will be done, that part will be done online, using either Google Meet or using Zoom or even Microsoft Teams. Next. Okay, now and for you, I think this is the first time you're here. We have what we call a platform. It is like your, I don't know how to use analogy for it. It's like a Facebook kind of thing. It is called a learning management system. So it is a platform. It's a virtual platform. It's an online platform. You can call it many names, but the most common term used, learning management system. You will see the word learning management system. And we have given a unique name to it. We call it My PLS. So this will become part and parcel of your terminology, and a platform, a place for you for the rest of your time, your journey at AeU. It's called personalized learning space. So you can access it by phone, tablet, or laptop or desktop. And we use a software called Moodle, which is an open source. I think if you just go to YouTube and click it, you'll find what is an LMS. So you'll see LMS is the word, the generic name, and we have called it My PLS, unique to us. Next. Now, this is the platform. As you enter, this is how you can click and you can come, and the URL is there. You look at mypls.au.edu.my. Don't worry, you can get it from the website, and we will send you our handbook and everything's inside there. This is how it will look the first time you click. So you log in. You'll be given a login. You'll be given an ID, and you can log in. Next. Now, this is like a dashboard. You will see the courses available there. Just like you would go to many of the platforms you find all over the world, education platforms. If you are familiar with Coursera, Future Learn, these are all platforms for education. So it's like a catalog or a dashboard. Next. Now, you go in, you go to the course. In this case, I've taken a course from Masters of Education, Learning and Cognition. You go in, inside there, you will very clearly, it'll be stated what's the course all about. And the course description, very clearly we state the course learning outcomes. Next. Then we give a little few tips how to study online. There's a little bit of things how to study online, and there's a section. They're all sections, in the page you open, and then assessment. We'll be telling you how you'll be assessed. All will be described in detail. Next. Now, your assessment is there. We're very clear. We give you past exam questions, so samples of past exam questions, we give it here. We also include administrative material like your handbook, uh, uh, any kind of rules and regulations, all available on this part. It's also available in the main AeU platform, AeU website. You can click there also to get access to past exam questions, to the handbook, what you're supposed to do, that kind of thing. And in your assignment, there's an assignment section with very clear instructions what to do. We all provide, all are downloadable. Everything is PDF oriented. We have things. So that's why we said that even if you have poor internet connection, all you got to do is come once or twice, especially in the beginning of the course, you're really bad internet connection, download everything. Everything is downloadable. So you download everything and put it in your thumb drive or somewhere, and then you can read everything offline. So we don't we don't necessarily require that you have very, very good internet connection. We must consider the fact that many parts of the world and even in Malaysia, the internet is not stable. Next. This is an example of an assignment where clear-cut instructions are given. So you pop up the thing, it's a PDF file, very clear instructions. We even go to the extent of telling you, you don't have to worry. If you're fully online, if you feel lonely, like you no interaction with people, no, we will make it so clear to you. We give you details about the assignment, even to the extent of how many pages each section should be, the proportion of marks given for each section. We even tell you the font size, everything will be written there. And we have a session for those who are fully online. Anyway, we'll have a session in the beginning of this, I think it's beginning of the semester. Next week, I think it's the first class. We will discuss about your assignments in the class. It'll be all online. Please do come on board. Next. Next, we have detailed administrative matters, description there. Next. Yes, these are the topics you see. It's very clear there. Each topic, we work on a 10-topic basis, most of the courses. And each topic, you will have a must-know content. The must-know content will be in the form of PDF. And then followed by the PDF, there might be 1 or 2 extra reading content. Next. And for this is a sample of the material. We call them self-instructional materials. That means we have rewritten the materials to make it simple for you. So even the language, the English language also has been made simple. We understand that English is, for many of us, the second language or even the third language. So you don't have to worry whether you're worried about whether your English language is weak and all that. You can follow our program because we have rewritten the materials very nicely, make it in a very sequential manner with clear-cut topic learning outcomes for each. Next. Now, we use lots of videos. In a course, you'll have about 40 over videos. They're all short videos, 3 minutes to 5 minutes each, and they're excellent videos. The videos have been selected to explain every concept that you learn. In the 10 chapters, say, each chapter will have 4 learning outcomes. So that means 40, you'll have 40 learning outcomes for the course, and we'll have about 40 videos for you, 30, 40 videos. Each learning outcome we try to find one video to explain the concept. So the videos you can download, they're all of them mostly are from YouTube. You can download the videos and you can watch offline. That's the beauty of the thing. You don't really need internet connection to study with us. Okay, next. Then you have we have a discussion forum. We hope you will come in and discuss in the forum. It's inside that in the PLS. We'll discuss the topics in the content. Next. So basically, in Asia University, we believe in what you see is what you get. So you don't have to wander around the web looking for materials. Everything is provided for you in the material. So practically, except when you do your assignments, you may have to access the library. We have a very good library. You can access the library. So you can even sit in a coffee shop. Now you can't say you can sit in a coffee shop because in Malaysia we are in a kind of a lockdown kind of thing. So you can be at home anywhere. You can sit in your garden and study. You can access all the materials. So that basically is how your situation is. Not to worry if you don't have good internet connection. Everything will be provided for you. You don't need a textbook, anything. So happy learning at AeU, and thanks for coming to study at AeU, and all the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof. John. I can see the chat box is alive with messages and questions, so keep them coming. Next, it's my pleasure to pass the floor to our registrar, Mr. Yusuf Musa, to explain about the rules and regulations and the student services that we have here at AeU University. Please welcome.
Assalamualaikum. Very good morning. Welcome to AeU. I'll be briefly speaking about some of the rules and the regulations of AeU. Just like any other public universities or any other universities, everybody has got their own rules and regulations. So does AeU. It'll be good, even though this subject may be something that is dry and very boring, I do hope that you pay attention, and at the end of the day, I'm more than happy if you can get a grasp of at least 40 to 60% of what the rules and regulations that I'm trying to convey here. Nevertheless, you don't have to worry if you do not remember. It is always in our website at any time to your convenience. You can go in and take a look. Please bear with me for a moment. I will be speaking a lot of the services that we provide and some of the critical rules and regulations that I wish to highlight, just a few rather than speaking about the whole thing. And you have just gone through a briefing by Prof. John about AeU and the different modes of learning that we have. And after me, we will be speaking to one of my colleagues, Madam Mahanani, who will be speaking about assessment. In my slides also, we will be having a little bit about assessment, but then the details will be given by my colleague. Now, among the students who are online today, we have some full-time students. We have students who are on conditional offer. We may have students who are full-time doing face-to-face, who are already in Malaysia. We also have students who are going through a blended mode of learning. We also have fully online students. So despite whichever group of students you are in, whether you are from Malaysia, you are from Somalia, you are from Sri Lanka or Pakistan, the rules apply to all. The services that we try to reach and provide to all of you all are the same. Just to let you know, we have already started our sessions, and we are now into our third week. Into our third week of our session. The reason why we have in the third week is because our students are mostly adult students due to the current situation, which is this pandemic that's happening is all over the world. Some with the second wave, some with the third wave. So we find that had we done this prior to the semester beginning, we do not have sufficient students who are coming into the system. So we allow the students to ease into the system, register first, then we provide the online. However, in the coming semesters, we will be providing an orientation before the semester starts, once into the third week, probably one into the fifth or eighth week. This is to cater for the group of students who are coming at different times. As you may be aware, AeU is an extremely flexible approach to the students because we know the students are coming from a various category of students, and we try our best to be flexible and accommodate the diverse needs of our students. Now, who are open and distance learners? These are students who need a certificate they want a better standard of living, they are maybe part-time students, most of them have families. This is a second opportunity for some who maybe in the first round of education, they may have labs, or they may be been playful, they may have been whatever. This is a second opportunity for many. These are students who, after joining the workforce, they realize that the importance of education and who wish to come back. And they are highly motivated to start their education, and this is a good opportunity to start. It's never too late to start your education, despite whatever age you are. Now, many of our students are independent learners. We have found out from our the whole group of students, majority of our students are adult learners. Majority of the students are in the range of between 30 to 50 years old. They have families, they are very committed, they are working. So the systems that we provide here in AeU is extremely flexible. That is something that I take pride in emphasizing and telling all of you all. Flexibility. I will explain to you a little further how, in what way we are flexible, in how many different ways we have been flexible to accommodate this whole group of open and distance learners, learning students. And we try our best to help you so that you will ease into the system and you will feel comfortable in continuing your education. Now, many of you have a lot of challenges, just like the full-time students. Immediately after the schools, they are in the early 20s and the 19, 20 years old. They just immediately after school, they start the education. However, many of you are adult learners. You may have left school for quite some time and you have different forms of challenges. The environment has changed totally to many of you. If you are in the 40s, if you are in the 50s, the style of teaching, the mode of teaching is totally different. So there's a new learning environment. You have got work commitment to balance. You have family, you have work, you have children, and at the same time you want to study. So we realize these difficulties that you face. You have social commitment, financial commitment, language issues, because we have students coming from Somalia, Myanmar, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and the diversity that exists. We know these issues and we know the problems that you may face. Don't worry. However, don't worry. I keep telling you, do not worry, and we have been extremely flexible. You have issues of time management, feeling loneliness because you are online and you are so used to face-to-face. Just like me, when technology, a lot of things were done on technology. I used to go to the bank to have my processes done, but now everything is online. So initially we'll have this discomfort. Things are different. Similarly, here in education, you'll have this feeling of you are doing it in loneliness. Again, here we have tutorials for you. We meet students. We have WhatsApp group. We coordinate such that you have groups, so you don't have to feel lonely at all. Just that the way you communicate may be different. Technology will be an issue for some. Again, if you are already here, you are already getting used to this technology. Prof. John have already mentioned the different kinds of technology we utilize, and it is just a matter of getting used to. As I mentioned, it's just a matter of getting used to. The initial apprehension about technology will always be there. Every time a new technology comes in, is how we adopt, how we adapt. And I'm sure you will be able to do that. Now, briefly, some of the things about the registration. Some things you may need to remember. The program registration. All students are required to register within the time allocated in your offer letters. So we have got a timeline. We will provide you with calendar. It's all uploaded into our website, our MyPS. Our calendar, our duration of the tutorials, when is the exam, I will show you a little while later. For students who wish to defer their registration, please officially inform the university. Don't disappear. I've mentioned that we are very flexible. Anytime you want to withdraw, you can withdraw. There may be consequences, which I will highlight later. However, you have the liberty of withdrawing or joining back at your convenience. Now, Generally, students are allowed to register for 3 subjects because many of our students are online. 3 subjects constitute roughly 9 credit hours. So per semester is about 9 credit hours. We follow this guideline. However, we have exceptions. Students who are into the penultimate semester, second last semester, or the last semester before the graduation, we may allow you even a little bit more, just to make it convenient for you to complete your education and you convocate. Now, these students have a period whereby they can add their subjects and they drop subjects. Add subjects mean if you have already registered for 2, you want to add another subject. Or you may have registered for 4 subjects. After 1 week, you realize that one of the subjects may not be suitable for you to take this semester because it is too heavy, too much of a burden. So you may want to drop the subjects. Again, please remember, there are periods by which you need to add and drop. After that, the system closes. And you need to do it manually to communicate with us if you need to. Otherwise, the system will not allow you to add at your own liberty. We need to do it manually and you need to communicate with us. Now, credit transfer rules, we have credit transfer if you are coming from a diploma or from into a degree, or from a degree to do graduate studies, masters or a PhD. Credit transfer is allowed. Just like any other institution, there must be at least about 75-80% overlap, similar subjects, similarity in your degree that you are applying for. The subject grades must be a minimum of C. This is applied across most universities in the world. So there's no difference here. So credit transfers are allowed so that you can shorten your period before which you convocate or you finish your studies. You can defer your study at any time. Again, here we allow you to defer. In many of the conventional universities, traditional universities, they do not have the kind of flexibility we allow our students. Now, students are allowed to withdraw from their semester and join the next semester. If you find that there's too many commitments this particular semester, you may be asked to go outstation to do your work, or you may have some difficulty, newborn baby in the family, and you have other kinds of responsibility. So this semester may be a little bit difficult, you can just withdraw. But don't disappear. Please do not disappear. If you disappear too long from the system, you will lose interest. This I'm telling you through experience. Through the experience of many of our other students who have left after 1 semester, they take another semester, gradually they will lose interest. So do not do that. However, you have the opportunity to defer when you find that you have a lot of difficulty, a lot of burden to deal with this particular semester. Please take your time, withdraw, come back later when things are a little bit easy. Don't withdraw from the university. Just defer from the semester concerned. It's a big loss if you if you would totally withdraw from the university, maybe because you have financial difficulties at this particular moment. Just defer or withdraw from the semester, not from the entire program or from the university. Remember that. Refund policy, as every other universities, we too have a refund policy from week 1 to week 3. You can follow through the classes at any time you wish to withdraw, you can withdraw. There will be no penalties. You will not incur any other additional costs. You can withdraw, and 100%, if you had paid 100% of the amount will be paid back to you. However, please remember week 4 to week 7. We have already gone through 3 weeks of classes. Anybody from week 4 to week 7, even though you have joined week 2, the moment it goes into the week 4, and if you wish to withdraw, we will only refund 50% of your tuition fees that you have paid. Similarly, from week 4 to week 7, 50%. Anybody who withdraws after week 8, there will be no refund. Okay, so bear in mind, and remember that. Re-enrollment, all students are required to enroll every semester so that you are constantly active, you have access to my PLS, you have access to your teachers, you have access to the library. So please continue to register with us every semester. Tutorials are provided for students. Some of these programs, some of the courses, they have 3. I understand that some of them have having 5 tutorials face-to-face with you. Face-to-face here is online, online face-to-face, not you coming and meeting them face-to-face. Now, these tutorials are not mandatory. It's not obligatory for you to attend these tutorials. However, it is very, very much encouraged, because this is where you may be able to meet your other groups of students, your other friends. You can communicate with them. You can have group discussion. You can talk to your teachers on any difficulty and any other issues. It could be about the course. It could also be an opportunity for you to express your concerns, your difficulties that you face, so that your facilitators may put you through some other channels and give you the right channel for you to communicate your issues with. So these are tutorials, and please, even though it's not mandatory, I would like to make it a mandatory, but then since we practice flexibility and you all are adult learners, we respect your decision if you do not wish to attend the classes. But very much encouraged. You should attend the classes. It will do good for you. Evaluation scheme, this is where my colleague will be coming in after me to give the details of the evaluation scheme. Briefly, I'm telling you, in our assessment methodologies, most of our exams currently are online exams. Our exams are online. We used to have face-to-face exam in different facilities, in different stations and in different localities. But now the exams are online. The different modes of exam, the details will be given later. Now, for each program, please understand there are some programs where there's continuous assessment from the beginning up to the end. There's no exam. It's fully continuous assessment, 100%. So there's no formal exam. There are some courses whereby it is a 60% continuous assessment, 40% exam. It could be 40% continuous assessment, 60% exam. It depends. You need to understand this. If you're not sure, during tutorials we can talk. But any of these details are all listed in my PLS. You'll be able to see them. At any time, you can remind yourself. Okay, so this is the mode of exam. The dates of examination is provided below in this slide. If you cannot remember this, you don't have to take a snap photograph of this particular slide. The slides will be in our website. And the academic calendar is provided in our website. Examination slip. We used to have examination slip wherever there is a face-to-face examination. We have full-time students. They require examination slips. They are also here. They require exam slips. You can just print out your exam slips so that the invigilators know you are who you say you are. So that's the convenience of examination slip, and that also in the examination slip will show how many subjects you're sitting for, whether you're sitting for the right subject, the right course, because when you're going online examination, you need to know the course, you need to know the title of the subject, you need to know the date and time, so the examinations will provide many of these details. So that's about examination slips. Now, in your grading system, there is just like every other educational institutions, there is the A, B, C, D, E, and F. We also have another grade that is I. I denotes incomplete. Incomplete means that you did not finish. Either the continuous assessment, you may have done the continuous assessment, but you did not sit for the exam proper. Because on that particular day you were sick, you were not available, you had work commitments. So you will get an I. So the marks that you get is basically only for the continuous assessment. So if you do not attend the exams, you'll get, if your assessment is 100% continuous assessment and you do not submit your continuous your assignment for your continuous assessment, you will get an I. I means incomplete. So when it's incomplete, which means you don't get any marks. It is not calculated into your grade point average. It's not calculated into your cumulative grade point average. In the next subsequent semester, you'll need to sit for this particular paper. If you do not sit, you will get an I again. In the third semester after this, first I, second you get an I again. In the third semester, you must sit for this paper, or you must submit your assignment. Now, at this particular juncture, if you do not submit or you do not sit for the exam, you will get an F. Okay? Now, Remember, this is also very flexible in our system. In the public universities that I know of, the moment you miss the exam, you will get an F. It's considered as a fail. Here you will just get an I, and you are allowed to sit another time. If you did not sit, you get an I again. Then you need to sit for the third time. So we have given you sort of 3 opportunities. So this is how I'm saying that we are very flexible. Okay, so please try not to collect too many of these I's. It does not help you at all. Please sit for your exams. Even though you are adult learners, we know you'll be able to do this, because our study actually shows that adult learners are more disciplined than those in the school. You have gone through school, you have gone through the difficulties, and you are constantly, you'll be telling your children, attend the classes, you need to be disciplined, and we find that a lot of these adult learners are actually very disciplined. So I hope this group of students will fall into that category of my statistics. Do not try to get out of tangent on that. So please sit for your exam, try not to collect I's. Now, grading system, every universities have grading system, so do we. So undergraduate grading system may differ slightly with the postgraduate. If you are in which category, undergraduate or postgraduate, please understand. Now, the passing mark for undergraduate is a C. Generally, the passing mark for a postgraduate, the masters and above, are a B. You get a C, you may be considered as pass as long as your cumulative grade point average is above 3.0. Okay, remember that. Do not aim for C and D. Go for A. If you miss A, who knows, you may get a B. So aim for the A. Similarly, for the undergraduates, aim for the A. Don't aim for just enough, just surviving, because there's a possibility that you may not just survive, you may go into the D. Okay, so undergraduates, diploma students, undergraduate students, remember your minimum passing mark is a C. And your cumulative grade point average, you must get above 2.0 for you to convocate, for you to complete your education, and for you to go attend a convocation. So postgraduate students, try to aim for a minimum of a B. You must get a minimum of a B for it to be considered a proper pass, and a cumulative grade point average of 3.0 and above. Okay? If you cannot remember the grading and the marks here, is in the website. Code of conduct, student of code of ethics. There's a handful here. I will not highlight much of this. I will just highlight 1 or 2 points here. But please be warned, you have been told we have a code of ethics, we have rules and regulations, that the onus is on the students. Since you joined us, you register with us, the onus is on the students to know that what are the rules and regulations that we have. So it's similar to with many other places. Every educational institutions have this. So do we. So these are some of the rules and regulations. We just took up a little bit. There's a lot more than this. We have just updated our academic regulations. Again, more details there. If you have any difficulty, go in there. If you do not understand, you can ask us. I just wish to highlight this about plagiarism. Plagiarism seems to be getting more popular with students. In our days, our student days, our school days, there was a lot of copy. We copy people's work and we submit as our own. That is plagiarism. We take other people's intellect, and we will submit in our assignment. That is plagiarism. Plagiarism is a very definite no. We do not encourage, no institutions encourage. With online, it's so much easier. With technology now, it's just a cut and a paste. Okay, so do not take other people's intellectual material and submit as yours. That is wrong. What you should do is that understand, read other people's material, their intelligence, their documents, their whatever output they have given. Read, understand, and use your own words. Do not just take verbatim 100% of what people say. So whenever you submit, we will check. We have ability to check students' work. You are giving it online. We just put it through the application. So we use proper softwares, and it will tell us how many percent is been copied from somewhere else. If that has been detected, it will be considered as plagiarism. Okay, and if you find that some of the students will be sitting online exam with your friends nearby, and most of you all may attempt to discuss with each other. Again, we have methodologies of how to prevent this. So if you think that you may know one or two strategies, we have a few strategies too to overcome this. So please do not attempt. Don't. So it's very embarrassing. It's extremely embarrassing for us as an adult, for us as a parent. We tell our students, don't copy other people's work, do your own work. And what happens if we get caught plagiarism? It goes to the disciplinary board. And it will be in your record. Your friends find out, your people in the workplace find out, your children find out, your father's copying or mother's copying. It's very embarrassing. So don't do this. So plagiarism is a definite no. Okay, so this, I only highlight this particular among so many because we are concerned with online education now, online examination. Students tend to copy. We just upload documents from elsewhere and you submit as though you have done all the hard work, but you have taken other people's intellectual property. Please remember, don't ever attempt. Please, by all means, take other people's material, read, understand, and use your own language. Because we have noticed that some of the students, their English, when we talk to them, their English is so terrible. Their command of the language may not be as good. However, when they submit assignment, wow, it is so perfect. So immediately there is a suspicion there, and then we will take through the systems, and then we realize that 80%, 90% it is copied from somewhere else. Okay. So there are means of how for you to use other people's documents. Please read, remember, and then use your own words. Use that as a practice. Now this is our timeline, our academic calendar. Our academic calendar. Basically, our learning duration is about 12 weeks, followed by a 1 week revision, then followed by an examination. The examination is usually within a week. However, we usually try to complete the examination within 1 or 2 days. Okay, then the next semester starts. First semester usually beginning in January. Second semester starts in May. Again, 12 weeks of learning, followed by 1 week of revision, 1 week of examinations. Then we have a break. Start with the third semester, which starts in September. Okay, so generally, this is the pattern of our academic calendar. Academic calendar, tri-semester. Now, a little bit more details here. You may not be able to see this, but then you'll have access to this. Okay, the fine prints, even I cannot see from here, so I'm sure you will have difficulties. But this is available for you at your convenience. You can see this at any time. This lists out more details. When is the examination date? When is your tutorials? When is the classes? When are the public holidays? Okay, this is for the May semester. The earlier one is for the January semester. And for the September semester, this is the third semester. We have 3 semesters a year. Please be reminded. Even more details. The prints are a little bit small. How many tutorials? When are the dates of the tutorials? When is for the postgraduate program? For the DBA program? Okay. You don't have to remember this. Don't try to memorize this. Just get a copy from the website and you can print from there. Like everybody else, we too have a handbook with all our academic regulations stipulated in there, and all the details, who are the contact people, who are your teachers, what are the schools available, what are the courses. So all this is in the handbook. Just download from our website. Now, we have a learner services to provide immediate support if you have any difficulties. It is in our campus. You can get in touch with them at any time, 24/7. But then the reply may not be 24/7, but it is there all the time, and we will respond to you at the immediate convenience the next day or immediately after. Some of the services provided here are customer services. You can come over the counter through WhatsApp, through the phone, through the email. customer services we provided, inquiries, any difficulty, not only about registration, about finance, about the coursework. So anything about AeU, anything about your learning, and anything until you complete your education. Now, fee payments can be done over the counter. Fee payments, mode of fee payments can be done with our learner services or directly with the finance department. We also provide you assistance on financial assistance. What are the kind of assistance that we have? How we can help you? How we can defer your payment? How we can make it in installments? So you can talk to us about this. If you have any difficulties, how we can make it convenient, yet we can both compromise and try to help each other in here, AeU and the students. We help you in your EPF withdrawals, letters that's required by EPF, we can provide for you, support letters, document collection. If you want to collect anything from us over the counter, we can post it to you, we can courier for you. We also have merchandise sales. We sell our AeU product, just like what I'm wearing today. Today happen to be red in color. We have also blue, black, and every other color. We have bags, we have cups. So we have a merchandise and sales. Please look at that. Counselor appointment, if you have difficulties, you need a counselor to speak to. You have problems on your education, you have problems with your teachers, you have problems with your colleagues, you have problems with you, even with your neighbors' dogs. You can talk to our counselor. We make appointments for you. Roughly, these are the kind of services that in the past we have been providing to the students. This was done for 2020. Looks like most of the support the students require from us about EPF withdrawal letters. These are for local students. Registration services, student ID card, and postage and courier services. So it's not exhaustive. There's more. Any others besides this? Those you can just communicate with us. We will try to put you through the relevant parties. We may not be the experts, we may not be the content experts of any particular query that you may have, but we will put you to the right people so that you can communicate and you can get the best response and advice and support. So that's basically what we actually are doing. Now the details of the EPF withdrawal, these are for local students. Please remember, you have to pay a minimum of 500 and be registered. If you have not registered, you got an offer letter, immediately you're asking for support services, we will not provide until you have registered as a student. For those in KL area, they can collect it directly from us. Just make an appointment, tell us when you want to collect, and we'll provide and prepare the things for you. Well, these are the details of the steps that you need to take. Again, I will not go through here. You have the slides. A little later, you can review this, and if you actually have any difficulty, come back to us. We provide assistance, financial assistance for OKU. These are the students with difficulties, abilities, who are handicapped, who have challenge. What is the latest for OKU? What's the latest terminology is being used? We provide assistance because there's a lot of assistance provided by our ministry, by the government, in the form of scholarship and services. We try to assist you on that. For those who are taking loan from the government, online application via PTPTN website, and we will assist on issues, support letters, support documents. Now, letters of support from AeU as to your status for you to apply for rapid KL cards or KTM cards, Baitumal, and every other or banking services. You want to buy a cheap airline ticket, they want to know your status, you come back to us, we provide you the documents. Completion of study letters. If you want to submit your project papers, you want to submit your thesis, if you have difficulty of sending a hard copy and you wish to do that, you can come and provide these documents to us directly with us or courier to us. For the counseling services, we are currently using Mrs. Lam Ho Siang. She is from She's a counseling, Masters in Counseling student. I presume she has completed by now. Now she's our students. There's an email address there. You can communicate with us and we can put you through her, or you can communicate with her directly. This is the Learner Services Center. I think we are now changing the name to Student Support Center or Student Support Services. They are open from Monday to Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Despite we are having an MCO, total lockdown, our staff seems to be there most of the time, from Mondays to Fridays. And this is the contact number, lsc@aeu.edu.my, our phone number. Okay, I wish to again highlight this flexibility that I mentioned earlier. Now, in many universities, if you get a grade point of average of 1.5, for instance, in our public universities, grade point average of 1.5, simultaneously in 2 semesters, you are considered as failed and you will be kicked out of the university. We do not have such a practice here. Despite your results being very poor, if you have a result that's poor, less than 1.5, you can continue your education here. In the public universities, if you have your grade point average of less than 2.0 or 3.0 for the master's students, continuously for 3 consecutive semesters, you will be terminated. We do not do this here in public university, as in the public universities. Whatever the grade, despite how long you want to take, you can continue your education in AeU. AeU is very, very flexible. Now, if the core subjects, if you fail continuously 3 times, if you get an F in the public universities, you're considered as failed and you will be terminated. We do not have such a practice here. In many universities, if you do not come continuously 3 semesters, if you do not register 3 continuous semesters, you are considered as, you are deemed as not interested in the university and you'll be terminated. We have students who have not been here in 2 years, 3 years. That means at least 6 semesters, 9 semesters. Then suddenly decides to join us. We will accept you gladly. But we will ask you not to disappear too long, because we may have to make a police report that you have disappeared. We don't want to do that. No, I'm just kidding. We do not make a police report. And you will require to register every semester. Despite you are not attending your classes for 2 semesters, 3 semesters, we will not terminate you at all. You will be continuously be able to join us at any time. Okay, so you see, there's a lot of flexibility that allow for these senior students and adult learners or those who are doing online education. So I believe that you have made the right decision in coming to us. And if you think that we can be flexible in any other forms, in other means, tell us. Who knows? Times changes and we too will change and try our level best to compromise and accommodate your needs. If it is not against any rules and regulation of the Ministry of the Quality Assurance Units. Convocation. We have convocation. We usually have a convocation one day that we'll have it in a big hotel with a capacity of about 3,000 students. Our student numbers can go up to 2,000 students. Convocation coming not only from the local students, also from our partners coming from Sri Lanka, from Pakistan, from Somalia, and any other part of the world. So we have a convocation every year. Only last year, due to the COVID situation and due to the pandemic and the lockdown, we did not want to encourage students gathering and close proximity. And for the purpose of ensuring the safety and the security of the students' welfare and the staff welfare, we had a first virtual convocation last year. And as I understand, it was successful. And if things continue as it is, this year, we may have an online, a virtual convocation again. Otherwise, we will have a proper face-to-face sit-in convocation as what you see in the picture. This is my team. This is all of our staff. From Admissions Record Secretariat. This is from our exam assessment center, dealing with the exams. This is from the alumni. We also deal with the alumni. And this is from the Learner Services Center. that you deal over the counter. Also handling students' visa, students' pass issues. How do you keep in touch with us? Yeah, we have opened various channels of communication and how you can keep in touch with us. Okay, thank you very much. Once again, welcome, and I hope you have made the right decision. I know for sure you have made the right decision, and I hope you will continue with us and continue to be motivated and finish your studies within a span of 2 years, 3 years. Please try not to delay, try not to collect ice, try to withdraw too many times. Despite all the flexibility you provide, we want you to finish on time. Thank you very much for being with us. Goodbye.
Thank you, Encik Yusof, for your valuable information regarding the academic rulings. Now my turn to brief about assessment methodology. Before that, I would like to welcome all new students. Okay, we go to assessment methodology. From MQA point of view, assessment is a process of finding evidence that the learning outcomes, which are the minimum performance and competence level, have been achieved when students have successfully completed a certain course or graduated from a certain program offered by the higher education providers. In AeU, we have 3 categories for the subject. We have 1, assessment 60%, final examination 40%. Number 2, assessment 70% and final examination 30%. And the last one, 100% continuous assessment, no final examination. Here you can look the example of assessment for the MICTM program. Look at the bottom, project paper, 100% continuous assessment, no final examination. ICT management, we have assignment 60%, final examination 40%. Okay, we will look another example. Master in management, organizational behavior, assignment 60%, final examination 40%. And halal management, for example, elective subject, 100% continuous assessment, no final examination. Okay, in AeU, there are 3 categories of mode of examination. We have number 1, SOFI, synchronous online final examination, the real-time examination. Number 2, we have take-home final examination. This one we have take-home examination to be submitted within 24 hours or within 7 days. Or we have for the DBA program, Doctor of Business Administration, within 14 days. And we have the last one, special examination for the Hafazan. This subject, the coordinator will call the student and we will assess by video call. Okay, for the SOFI, we use the platform Moodle in our MyPLS. This one incorporated with the exam integrity, authentication into the online assessment. Also with the Google Meet, we will monitor you. We will invigilate the students via Google Meet. And then for the exam integrity, we will use the Safe Exam Browser, the software integrated in our MyPLS. This is the example. The previous semester, our e-invigilation. Another example, exam invigilator, we monitor student. Normally, one class, 20 students. Before we go to the Sophie, student need to prepare. Try to, this is the must, identify a quiet room for the examination. And then ensure that your computer is installed by Safe Exam Browser. All will be informed via My AeU student portal under announcement. And then we have, you have to access the Google Meet link using your AeU email address to be given to you soon. And then you have to go for the Sophie trial run for the, because you have to familiar with the Sophie. For the take-home final examination, the second one, questions will be uploaded via MyPLS. Student need to download the questions and then upload the answers via MyPLS. And for the postgraduate, you have to check the similarity index. We have the plagiarism checker for the postgraduate students only. This is the example, special examination, Hafazan, using video call. Okay, for reminder, make sure you know your exam mode. All the information will be posted under announcement in My AeU. You can also check with your academic facilitator or program coordinator. Make sure keep yourself updated with the latest examination announcement. And then you have to get a good internet connection only for the examination and data plan as your preparation for any types of online examination. Here we show you the sample announcement in My PLS. Synchronous online final examination. Another sample take-home final examination. Okay, with that, I finish my briefing and thank you. Please check your the examination unit address in your student portal, exam@aeu.edu.my. With that, thank you.
On to the next briefing. For this, we have Professor Titik Hawa to explain about the accreditation of prior experiential learning, or APEL. Prof. Hawa, the floor is yours.
Hello and good day. I am Professor Dr. Titik Hawa Abdul Rahman. Today, I would like to have this opportunity to brief or to give a little bit guideline on the accreditation of prior experiential learning, or in short APEL, that we implement in AeU University. Okay, first of all, what is APEL? As I mentioned just now, APEL is a short form of accreditation of prior experiential learning, which provides an opportunity for individuals with working experience but lack of formal academic qualifications to pursue studies at higher education institution. In general, knowledge obtained from both formal and work experience will be assessed. APEL involves the identification, documentation, and assessment of prior experiential learning to determine the extent to which an individual has achieved the desired learning outcomes for assessing the program of study or for the award of degree. There are three types of APEL. First is APEL A, which is used for admission. Second is APEL C for the purpose of credit award. And the last one is APEL Q, which is for the award of academic qualification. So today we are going to focus on APEL C. So what is APEL C? APEL C is an accreditation of prior experiential learning for credit award. It is a learning evaluation process, either in the form of informal or non-formal, of an individual based on accumulative experiences in terms of knowledge and skill to obtain credit transfer for course or courses in the program that they enroll. The benefits of FLC, what are they? So, the benefits of FLC, first, it recognizes the learning acquired through work experience and short courses attended. It also will reduce redundant learning for students. It encourages admission of adult learners to higher education programs, and also eventually it will reduce cost and time to complete the study. So for FLC, these are the information that the students require to know when they want to apply for FLC. Yeah, so for FLC, there are it can be applicable, you know, for 4 levels. So the first one, FLC for T4 or level 4, which is at diploma level. Next, FL for T6, yeah, whereby or level 6, which is for bachelor level. And then FL T7, which is for master's level. And finally, for doctoral level or T8, level 8. Okay, for doctoral level, it is only applicable to mixed mode program or coursework program. Okay, FLC, it is not applicable for fully by research. Okay, so when we look at the age requirement, yeah, when the student apply for FLC, okay, both either at undergraduate level, which is diploma and bachelor, or postgraduate level, masters of PhD, there is no age limitation. In other words, yeah, there is no minimum age or there is no maximum age. Okay, in terms of the processing fee, yeah, for the FLC, okay, so total fee that a student going to be charged, yeah, for the FLC would be, first, for local students per subject, it will be the application process is 200, but for international student, the application would be 130 USD. For the credit award fee, is for local student would be 200 ringgit Malaysia, and for international student is 130 USD. So the total fee for credit award via FLC will be 400 ringgit for local student and 260 USD for international student. Okay, whereby for the international, for the master's level or postgraduate level, yeah, either master's or doctoral, okay, the application fee will be 200 ringgit for local student, 130 ringgit for 130 USD, yeah, for international students, and for credit award fee for local student would be 500 ringgit, and for international students, USD 180 for international student. Okay, so the total fee will be 700 ringgit per subject for local student and 310 USD for international students. So what are the documents, yeah? The requirements for application. So first, of course, yeah, the student must possess relevant work experience or has accumulated, yeah, short courses over their working years. And FLC is open for all students. And of course, the credit will only be awarded if a student pass the FLC. So if you look at the process flow for FLC, first, of course, students are required to apply for the program and registered. Yeah, so which means that the student is a registered student of AeU, and students must have prior relevant work experience and also possess prior relevant informal or non-formal learning. Okay, that's the first requirement. The second steps, yeah, will be when the student has put their intention to apply for FLC, yeah, the credit award via FLC, yeah, to the school, and the school will forward it to FL unit. Okay, next, we will assign an advisor, yeah, to the student, and this advisor is actually a subject matter expert who can advise the student on the subject or on the course that the student would like to request for credit award via FLC. So there will be a consultation process and also the self-assessment process. So the self-assessment process is basically to see whether the student is eligible or not to apply for the credit award via FLC. So once the student have done the self-assessment and the advisor found that the student is eligible or capable to go through the assessment for the credit award via FLC, then the student would register, yeah, for the FLC and pay the fee. Next, the student would take the assessment. So there are two types of assessment of which the student can choose one. So the first one is challenge test and the second one is portfolio evaluation. So in terms of choosing which one is better, you know, either should a student go for a challenge test or a student should go for a portfolio evaluation, that would be based on the consultation, yeah, between the student and also the advisor. Okay, so normally based on the experience, yeah, of the students, yeah, and also based on the self-assessment, okay, the advisor would advise the student it is better for them to choose challenge test rather than going for the portfolio evaluation or vice versa. So maybe a student, yeah, it is best to be evaluated via portfolio rather than being evaluated through challenge test. Yeah, so there should be a close consultation, yeah, between a student and also the advisor in terms of to decide whether a student should go for challenge test or portfolio assessment, yeah, for the evaluation of FLC. Okay, so when the student has taken the assessment, either challenge test or portfolio, and they passed, yeah, then only the credit, yeah, will be awarded to the student, and this will appear in the student's transcript as credit award via FLC. Okay, so when the student get the credit award via FLC, so which means that the student, they don't need to take that subject as other regular students, so which means that they will be awarded the credit, yeah, straight away, you know, of course subject to passing the assessment, FLC assessment. And for that, we can see that the student can complete the study or can graduate within a shorter period. Okay, so however, the credit awarded via FLC has a certain limit. Yeah, so the limit that credit can be awarded via FLC would be only 30%. Yeah, up to 30% of the total credit required for graduation, yeah, for a particular program. Okay, so this is the process, yeah, basically the flow chart to for the FLC, yeah. So in fact, when a student, yeah, has put their interest to apply for FLC, a credit award by FLC, so in fact, the advisor, yeah, would go through this flow chart with the student so that a student would know what they have to go through, yeah, in the FLC process, yeah, in order to get the credit award. So as you can see from here, first, of course, the student have to be a registered student of AeU. Yeah, then they will contact the school appel coordinator, yeah, to express their interest in getting credit award via FLC. Okay, and then they have to do the self-assessment. So once they are eligible based on the self-assessment for the FLC, yeah, credit award via FLC, then of course they have to take the assessment, yeah, of FLC, which is either challenge test or portfolio. So one thing students need to take note is that, yeah, the challenge test or the portfolio actually will be evaluating the course learning outcome, yeah, for that particular course that has been chosen, yeah, by a student. Sorry. Okay, so so that is why, yeah, a student, before they apply for FLC, yeah, it is advisable for them to know, okay, or to find out about the course learning outcome of the particular subject that they would like to apply for credit award via FLC. Yeah, so they can get access, yeah, to the learning outcome via contacting the program coordinator. Yeah, so you read the course learning outcome, yeah, for the subject that, or for the course that you would like to apply for credit award via FLC, then understand, yeah, what's the requirement for the course learning outcome, then you will be more prepared, yeah, in taking the assessment for the credit award. Okay, so once a student have taken the assessment and they pass, yeah, so the credit can be awarded, yeah, after the results has been endorsed by the highest authority in the university, which is the Senate University. Okay, so if a student choose portfolio evaluation, yeah, so these are the samples of evidences that a student can submit, yeah, for the portfolio evaluation. Yeah, for example, for formal learning, yeah, the student can submit the certificates, yeah, school certificate, certificate from the university, yeah, so, or statements of results or complete courses completed at work. Then work samples, yeah, so work samples is very important, yeah, because accreditation of prior experiential learning is heavily depends on the work experience of the students. Okay, so these are the work sample like drawing, photograph, report, yeah, written materials, project, object, yeah, work of art, etc. So work sample, yeah, is very important and very useful in evaluating, yeah, whether a student achieve the course learning outcome or not. Yeah. Then records of workplace activities, yeah, for example, emails, notes, contracts, completed worksheet, workplace agreement. Then written records, for example, like diaries, records, journals, or articles. Yeah, student can also submit emails, yeah, as evidence, for their work activities, written skills, and also customer feedback. Okay, student can also provide supporting letters, from their former employer or current employer or former employers, to show that they have a certain working experience, which can be used for the evaluation of the course learning outcome. Okay, and finally, other documents, for example, media articles or meritorious award. That is, if a student would like to be evaluated for the credit award via FLC using the portfolio assessment. So bottom line is that all the evidences should be used to evaluate the achievement of the course learning outcomes. Okay, next, if a student choose challenge test, so then the process for challenge test will be very similar like final examination, whereby the students are required to answer the exam questions, given the exam questions, the standards of the same like final exam, okay, and the student are given a certain limit of time, to answer the questions. Okay, so the challenge test can be answered either in the form of take-home exam, 24 hours take-home exam, or it can be a synchronous online final examination, okay, whereby the student will have to take the subject, the examination online, and there will be proctored. In other words, there will be an invigilator who will invigilate the assessment process. Okay, so for the credit award, credit transfer will be given based on the evidence that learning has taken place. Okay, so that is why the evidence is very important. You compile all the evidence and compile it according to the learning outcome so that it can prove the achievement of learning outcomes. So claiming of experience itself is not sufficient. Okay, so it must come together with the evidence. So learning is assessed specific to the CLOs. So that's why I mentioned just now. The evidence are compiled according to the learning outcomes to prove that the student will be able to achieve the learning outcomes. So the assessment will be based on the achievement of the learning outcomes. Okay, and what is the condition to pass? So the student must achieve at least 50% of each CLO, assessed by either challenge test or portfolio. So in other words, let's say if a student choose challenge test, so the challenge test is evaluating the course learning outcome. So if there are 3 course learning outcome in a course, so the student must achieve at least 50% to all 3 course learning outcomes, then only they can be considered as pass the FLC assessment, and that would make them eligible for the credit award. Okay, so if one of the CLO, the student score less than 50%, so the student will get a result of fail, so credit cannot be awarded to that particular students. Okay, so this is very new, which is FLQ. So what is FLQ? It is the award of academic qualification. Okay, so award of academic qualifications to individual learners through the evaluation and assessment of prior experiential learning towards fully accredited programs. Meaning that based on the prior experiential learning, formal, non-formal, or informal, so student will be evaluated against the program learning outcomes so that they could be awarded for the qualification. Okay, and only program who has obtained full accreditation from MQA is applicable for the FLQ. So only FA, program with FA, full accreditation, yeah, whereby the student can apply for the award of qualification via APLQ. So APLQ provides a mechanism to recognize the prior experiential learning of an individual that is relevant and specific to a program of study. So the award of the academic qualification is granted on the basis of knowledge, skill, competencies, through formal, informal, and non-formal learning. Okay, now we go on for APLQ. So who can apply for APLQ? So first, what is APLQ? APLQ is a provision that is only applicable to learners with relevant prior experiential learning who have formally registered as learners. So the students can be Malaysian or non-Malaysian. In other words, international students of the university, regardless of the mode of entry, whether the student apply via the APL route, which is APL-A, or the regular route, which is through the fulfilling the minimum requirement. Okay, so APLQ is the award of qualification. Yeah, as we can see just now, award of qualification, whereby the student, they don't need to go through the program regularly, but they have to follow through or go through the assessment, the 4 types of assessment in APLQ, in order to be awarded the degree. Okay, so the requirement for APLQ would be based on the number of years of working experience. So as we can see in this table, okay, so if a student would like to apply for APLQ, for doctoral level, it requires 25 years of working experience. For master's level, 20 years of working experience. For bachelor level, 15 years of working experience. And for diploma level, 10 years of working experience. So student must fulfill the number of years of working experience. Then only they will be eligible to go for APLQ, which is the award of qualification, via the assessment of prior experiential learning. So how to apply for APLQ? So here student must apply through MQA. Okay, so MQA will be the center point for the application. Okay, and in the MQA system, you have to indicate that you like to apply for APLQ with AeU University. So then your application will come to us. Okay, and the application can be done throughout the year. So which means that any time throughout the year, learners can only apply for APLQ to only one university. So which means that, let's say if you choose AeU University to apply for APLQ, so your application will not go to other universities. So AeU will assess your prior experiential learning for the award of qualification. Okay, and of course there's a fee to be charged for the APLQ, and the fee is non-refundable. Okay, so learners can apply, learners can reapply for APLQ at the same or different approved university by MQA. Okay, and as I mentioned, the assessment of APLQ will be based on the achievement of the program learning outcomes. So we can say the assessment of APLQ is an outcome-based assessment. Okay, the awarding university will issue the scroll together with the academic transcript. So in other words, student will achieve the scroll together with the academic transcript. So all the subjects that or the courses in a particular program will be seen as credit awarded, because APLQ is in the form of credit award. So if a student pass an APLQ, so which means that the student will be awarded the total credit for a particular programs required for graduations. Yeah, so all the subjects listed in the transcript will be written there, credit awarded. Okay, so student, yeah, we get the transcript, yeah, and also the certificate. Okay, and in order to explain the transcript better, yeah, so every student who graduated via APEL-Q, yeah, will be supplemented by what we call Malaysian Qualification Statement. Okay, so in this Malaysian Qualification Statement or MQS, it elaborate the program. Yeah, so that if you use the MQS, yeah, for other purposes, yeah, so whoever who evaluating you, they will see, yeah, what program that you have gone through. Okay, so there is a maximum duration, yeah, that the student can take for the APEL-Q process. So for example, for diploma, the maximum duration would be 6 years, meaning that process of from evaluation until getting the results, maximum is 6 years, but normally student would do less, much less than that. For bachelor level, 8 years. For master's level, 4 years. And for doctoral level is 8 years. Okay, so what are the assessment for APEL-Q? Yeah, so APEL-Q has first 3 types of assessment. Okay, the first one is portfolio. The next one is field validation visit. Okay, and the third one is challenge test. Yeah, so students have to take all these assessment compulsory. And finally, there's a fourth assessment, which is the capstone course. Yeah, capstone course normally a course, a project-based course, which address all the program learning outcome, you know, for that particular programs. Yeah, for example, for a bachelor program, normally final year project, yeah, will be taken as the capstone course. For master's level, normally the project papers, yeah, will be taken as the capstone course. Or the doctoral level, yeah, the dissertation, yeah, will be taken as the capstone course. Okay, so if a student interested, yeah, if any of you interested to know more about APEL-Q, APEL, yeah, or to wanting to apply for APEL-C and also or APEL-Q, yeah, students are welcome to go to our website, yeah, at this stated URL, https://apel.aeu.edu.my. So where you can get all the information, the handbook, yeah. So you can read the information. Then when you are interested, please contact the school APEL coordinator, yeah, for further advice. Okay. So this example of our APEL portal and system. Now for APEL-C, yeah, we do all the processes, yeah, using APEL-C system. Yeah, so we have developed an APEL-C system, which many of the process are automated, yeah, and it can do its function, which all the necessary steps and procedures, yeah, in APEL-C, yeah, for the award of credit. So finally, this is the contact, yeah. So normally student will email, yeah, to apel@aeu.edu.my for any clarification for or any inquiries. All the best. Thank you.
Now, I would like to invite the next staff. She's very precise, and I think it's as well my soul because she's from the finance department, and she is here to brief about the finance aspects and policy. Please welcome Ms. Nurul Mawadah Mat Salim from the finance department.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and really good morning to the student, and thank you for Ms. Fadila for the introductions. So first of all, I would like to say welcome to all new students. So today I am Nurul Mawada, representative from Finance Department. So I will present the basics info on the finance. So if you have any questions regarding the financial matter, you can just type your question on the chat box. So one of our staff will assist you. So this is the topic that I will cover during these sessions. First of all, I will explain on the academic calendar, which is this one already explained by Encik Yusof previously. So I will explain on the financial side, what is the important on academic calendar. And then the next one, I will explain on the financial policies that we have to students. And then the third one, I will explain on my AeU, especially how students can access to the statement of accounts. And then the fourth one, I will explain on the payment method that we have. And then next one is official receipt. So the receipt that student can access after student make the payment. So the next one is financial incentive that we have that we promoted to student. And then the last one, I will present on the LOU, which is letter of undertaking. Okay, this is the academic calendar. This is the example of academic calendar for January semester. So basically, based on this calendar, student must make sure when to register the subject, when is the examination date. Basically, regarding the payment, so student must make sure all the payment settled before the final examination date. So the final examination date will be on week 14. So please make sure that you clear all the balance before week 14. Okay, this is our financial policies. First one, I will explain on the credit transfer. So for new student, you need to request for the credit transfer within 10 weeks after semester begin. So for the charges, please take note that the charges for credit transfer is 50 ringgit per credit transfer per credit hour for local student. However, for international student, the charges is USD 30 per credit hour. So if you have one subject with 3 credit hours, so for local student, total fee will be 150, while for international student will be $90 for one subject. So the next one is the policies on change program. So student can apply within 5 weeks after semester begins. So this one, for example, student already registered in Bachelor Education in TESOL and then suddenly you want to change to BED ECE. So the payment, you must make sure that all the outstanding balance for previous program already clear, and then you need to pay the registration fee for new program. Even though you already make the payment for the previous program, so for if you request to change programs, so additional registration fee you need to pay. And then that one regarding the program fee and also the registration fee. And for the processing fee of change program, the fees will be 50 ringgit for local student, while for international student is $30. And then the third one is the policy on change learning center. So student can apply anytime before final examination. So the processing fee for change learning center is 50 ringgit for local student, while for international student will be $30. Okay, the fourth one is the policies on drop subject. So if suddenly you take 3 subjects, you already registered 3 subjects and then you want to drop 1 subject or 2 subjects, you must make sure to do it within 10 weeks after semester begins. So for the charges, this one is really important because we have the charges on tuition fees. So if you drop subject within week 1 until week 3, the tuition fee will be charged to you is 0%. So you don't have to pay any tuition fee if you drop the subject within week 1 until week 3. However, if you request to drop the subject within week 4 until week 7, so the percentage of tuition fee will be charged to you is 50%. And if you drop the subject within week 8 onwards, so 100% of tuition fee will be charged on you. So this is really important to students to make sure you drop the subject earlier so that you don't have to pay the tuition fees. So for the assessment fees, there are no charges on assessment fees for every subject drop. And then the fifth one is the policies for deferment of study. So student can request to defer the study within the semester, but make sure you request it before the final examination. Regarding the charges on tuition fee, the charges on the processing fee is 50 ringgit, while for international student is $30. So for every semester that you defer, you will be charged for the processing fee, 50 ringgit for local student, while for international student is $30. Okay, this is also really important to all students. So we have also the charges on tuition fee. However, the charges on tuition fee only applicable if you already register for that semester. For example, you already register for January 21 semester, and then suddenly you want to request for deferred study in January 21. So the percentage of tuition fee as follows. So if you request the deferment within week 1 until week 3, so there are no tuition fee will be charged to you. And then if you request to defer study within week 4 until week 7, the 50% tuition fee will be charged. And the last one, if you request to defer study within week 8 onwards, so 100% of tuition fee will be charged on you. So you need to, if you really want to defer study, please do it the earlier semester. So you don't have to make any payment for tuition fees. Regarding the assessment fee, so no charges for assessment fee during the deferred semester. Okay, the last one, the policy of withdraw study. So you can apply throughout the semester, and the charges on tuition fee also applicable when you already register the semester. For example, you already register in January 21 semester, and then suddenly you request to withdraw. So we also have the charges on tuition fee. Same with deferred study. So the percentage of tuition fee will be charged as follows. If you request the withdraw study during week 1 until week 3, so no charges on tuition fees. However, if you request to withdraw study on week 4 until week 7, 50% of tuition fee will be charged on you. And last one, if you request to withdraw study on week 8 onwards, so 100% of tuition fee will be charged on you. So regarding the assessment fees, so no charges on assessment fees. Okay, next I will explain on my AeU, this is the student portal. So you can review your statement of account in my AeU website. So first one, you need to log in on my AeU based on the link given. You just insert your email, personal email or matric numbers, and insert your password and then log in. Okay, this is the view of your student portal. Okay, you can refer your profile, your subject, my PLS, admin services, finance services, assessment services, email, announcement, library, and query. So for statement of account, if you want to view your statement of account, you just can click on finance services. So on finance services, we have online payment, account statement, payment receipt, finance policy, upload proof of payment. So if you want to view your statement of account, just click on account statement. So basically, this is the example of the statement of account for student. So you can see your outstanding balance or excess balance at the below. So basically, for students, the charges that we charge every semester is tuition fees, assessment fee, and recurring fee. So this is the charges, the fees that we charge every semester. Only for first semester, we charge the admission fees. So if you have any questions or any problems regarding the statement of account, you can just email to us or inform us. So okay, now I will explain on the payment method. So basically, we have 5 payment methods. Okay, first one, payment by credit card or debit card. The second one is payment by online transfer, cash deposit or check. The third one is payment by FPX. The fourth one is payment by JomPay, and then the last one, payment by EPF withdrawal. Okay, for FPX, JomPay and EPF withdrawal, this one only applicable for local student. So for international student, payment by credit card, I think is really convenient to you. And then, yeah. Okay, this is the way to make the payment by credit card or debit card. So this is the view on my AeU. You can just click on online payment. Okay, you can just choose whether you want to pay all the outstanding balance, or you can just insert the amount that you want to pay, and then for payment method, you can choose the credit card and then click pay. So this, after you click pay, so the page will appear. The page will be directed to our banking system. So you just, if you have any problems, you can just inform us. Okay, this is the second payment method. So the payment by online transfer or cash deposit. Okay, this is our bank details. So the really after you make the payment by online transfer or cash deposit, it's really important to you to keep your proof of payment and send it to finance department via email. So this is our email. So you can just send it to us so that we can update your statement of account. Okay, the third one is payment by FPX. So same with credit card, you can just click on online payment and insert your payment amount. And for payment method, just choose online banking and select your bank. So and then click pay. Okay, if you wish to pay by using JomPay, you can refer the biller code and reference number 1 and reference number 2 on your statement of account at the right side. Okay, students, local student can also withdraw the EPF. So you can request the EPF letter in my AeU. Okay, you can just go to admin service. And then choose the EPF withdrawal letter and click on make a request. So our LSC team will prepare the letter and send it to you. Since we are MCO period, so the letter will be couriered to you. Okay, the next one is I will show you how you can download your official receipt after you make payment. So basically on finance services, you can just choose on payment receipt and click details. Okay, the last part is on LOU. Okay, LOU is stand for letter of undertaking. So basically the LOU is the installment plan. If you guys still have outstanding balance for 2 semesters, you can apply for LOU. So basically, student can download the LOU form in my AeU portal. So the LOU only applicable for student who have two outstanding balance for 2 semesters. So which means that student have the outstanding balance in current semester plus your new semester. So you are entitled to apply for LOU. So you must make sure all the LOU form is complete and then send it to finance department before week 7 of every semester. However, the LOU is subject to approval from our financial controller. Okay, that's all from me. So thank you. If you have any questions or inquiry, you can just email to us, or you can also call us at any time. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Nurul Mawada. If you have any more information, you can also email and contact the finance department if you have any concerns or questions that need to be addressed. Our next staff is going to explain about a vital component in your studies, which is the library. The library that we have is an online library. We also have a physical library here at the main campus in Subang Jaya. And we have the Chief Librarian, Mr. Amir Husaini bin Muhammad bin Mat Ishaq, and he will brief you on AeU Knowledge Center. That's the name of our library. So please welcome Encik Amir.
Good morning, everybody. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to AeU. And first of all, I would like to congratulate you on your move to further your studies with AeU. I think you all made a very good choice. AeU have been on in the online education business for a long time, more than 10 years already. So you have made the right choice. This morning I'm going to explain you about our knowledge center, or in other words, the library. This is where the resources that you'll be using for your study. Now in your my PLS, you have the learning materials, all the documents for your study inside there. But at times you need additional information, additional references. That's where you come to the library to get your material. Either you can come here, we have a physical library at AeU, or we have an e-library that you can access from all over the world. So I'm going to very briefly explain to you about the library, and also later if you have any question, you just can type in, then we can my staff will reply your question. Okay, this is the background information about our library. We have a range of materials. We have printed books, e-books, e-journals, a variety of resources for you to make use of in your learning process. These are my staff. We are available to answer any queries that you might have throughout your journey of education with AeU. Now, our main role as a library is to provide academic information, support services for you, so that you can do your research, do your assignment with the related materials that you have. And also we provide information literacy service, where we educate you on how to search information. I know you have the reliable Mr. Google, but sometimes from Google you can get information overload, and sometimes you don't know whether the information is real or not. So that's why you have to have knowledge in information literacy, where the library can provide to you to find the right resources. And also we provide access to all sort of information. We have databases that we subscribe to, and there are also free databases out there that we can let you know where to get the materials. Now, for those who are in the Klang Valley, or those who are able to venture to the Klang Valley, hopefully after the CMO or the PKP is over, then you can come to the physical library situated at Wisma Subanjaya in SS15. These are our opening hours. But for those outside of the Klang Valley and overseas, you need not worry, because the e-library is accessible 24/7. Okay. These are some of the materials that we have in the physical library. We have the item for loan, that is the physical books, the textbooks that we have in the library. We have also provide live chat, that you can chat with our library staff to inquire about library related things, and then you can go to our website to chat with us. And we have library interloan. Now, library interloan is library books is for physical books that you require. Database training. This is very important, because in AeU we have quite a number of subject specialized database that you can access to get e-books, full text, e-journals, and some other materials, even training videos. So this is where we train you how to get access the materials. And also information consistency. If you have any specific research topic that you are stuck with, you cannot get any materials, please approach us. We will help you to assist you to get this material. Now, this is for the physical library where we have the printed books. These are the number of printed books that you can borrow, but it's relevant now in the CMO and PKP period because you cannot come to the library. So I will stress more on the e-library for you. This is our physical library. Of course, we have the Wi-Fi access at the library. This one I will go into. These are the physical one. What is more important is the resources. These are the resources. You can see from here, we have a lot of resources for you to access. It's a matter of you choosing the right database and the resources. Okay, we begin with the online database. For online database, we have e-books, e-journal, e-thesis. Now, for e-thesis, we have more than 1 million full-text e-thesis that is available for you to access. E-newspaper, audiobooks, video learning, and so many other things. And then we have also open access. Open access means there are free materials. For the online database, we subscribe those database. AeU library subscribe the database. For the open access, is free available. And then we have the library catalog for you to search. Past year exam question we have in our library website. Institutional repository where AeU thesis and other publication is available on our website. And then we have library guide, search technique. All of these things are available on our website. So what my advice to you is that please after this, when you have the time, explore the library website. If you have any question, you can email to us or chat with us. We will assist you, because sometimes looking for specific information is like looking a needle in a haystack, so it can be very difficult. So please approach us if you have any problem in getting your materials. This is the summary of it. What we have. These are the library collection. Now there are two parts of it. We have print resources and e-resources. The print resources is at the physical library in the Wisma Subanjaya in SS15. Now for the, I will emphasize more on the e-resources. We have e-books, more than 240,000 titles are available for you. Thesis, 1.2 million titles. We have more than 8,000 e-journals, and also we have audiobooks, videos, and learning path that is available online, 2027 for you all. So you can use the resources. Now, I will talk about a bit on the e-collection, or there is the online database, the e-book collection. Now, just I mentioned just now, we have over 300,000 e-books title that we subscribe to. It's available for you, and then you can download it. The percentage of download, it depends on the publisher. Some publisher you can download 60% of the books, some publisher 80%, and some give you 100% you can download the book. So it depends on each publisher's policy. Now, some of the e-books collection we have, this is the EBSCO academic collection. This strong discipline in education. And then we have EBSCO business collection. They have nearly 20,000, more than 20,000 e-books for you to search. And then for IT, we have the EBSCO IT Core. They have the more than 3,000 books, and the EBSCO Education Collection. Now, all these books, from year to year, they will add new titles to the collection. And then we continue with the e-collection. We have the Safari O'Reilly collection. They have more than 35,000 ebooks for you, and also videos, interactive audio books that you can use, and also conference paper. Wiley Online Library, they have more than 58 textbooks that you can access in business, in economics, and so on. And then we have Sage ebooks that you can access and download their PDF. And then we have the ProQuest eBook Central. They have 129 ebook titles for you in the area of business, education, linguistics. That is the e-books. Now is the e-journals. As I told you earlier, there is a lot of database there. So that my advice is for you to go to our website, look at the database which is of relevant to your study, get familiar with it, get familiar on how to search the database, because each database might be different. You cannot apply the same technique that you use to search in Google with the database, because they have other limiters that to assist you. So please, when you have the time, look at the relevant database to your program, and if you have any problem, please consult with us. Now for the e-journals, we have the ProQuest Business Premium Collection. This is covers everything under the business studies for marketing and entrepreneurship and so on. You can get it from here. And then ProQuest Computer Science Database covers everything: journals, magazine, technicals, proceeding, government publication on IT and so on. And then we have the ProQuest Education, also on full text of journals, art and humanities. These on e-journals frequently used by those doing master's program and PhD program. So I advise you to be familiar with this database. Still with the e-journals, we have the Emerald database. Emerald is very strong on management and partly also on business. They have 213 journal titles under their establishment. And then we have the EBSCO Education Research Complete. Now, as an example, just now you can see ProQuest also has education, EBSCO also has education. Their coverage of the journals and ebook is from different publisher. That's why we have different suppliers for these journals. So you have to be familiar with the, let's say for education, you have to be familiar with the ProQuest education and also the EBSCO host education. And then we have the EBSCO academic search. This one more also on covers on education. And then we have the EBSCO business source complete. And then we have the EBSCO Discovery Service. This one is a package where they include child development, communication, computer science, and science index in it. And then the other one that I mentioned before is the ProQuest dissertation and thesis global. This is where you can search for the 1.2 million full text thesis. But bear in mind that the thesis you are assessing is mostly about 80% it comes from the US. For local database, sad to say we don't have the full text database for the local thesis. But if you are interested, we can point out to you the resources where you can search for the titles and abstract of the local thesis. And the other one is the university repository. This is where we collect and index all publication relating to AeU, all journal publication by our academics, and also book section and conference paper, and also of our thesis. Now for the AeU thesis, you can read them online, full text, page to page. We have upload the most until the most recent one that we have available. This is the example of our online thesis that is the AeU thesis that you can read online. It's not it's read only, not downloadable. This is the past year exam question. This favorite on the student, so it's all there. All essays question, and there is no objective question in here, so you can look through your schools and which papers are relevant to you. You can take a look. So you find there are the exam paper that you're looking for is not there. That means that we don't have the approval from the school to put it online due to certain reasons. We cannot put them. And the other one is just to highlight to you is our digital resource space. This one we keep all the photograph of AeU events happening at AeU, for example, visits, convocation, and so on. This is more of for our historical collection. This is another e-collection. You can access our convocation books, annual report, and some of the proceeding that we have. It's all in full text. Now, the importance of e-library is, as we are aware now with the current situation around the world, so I foresee that you must be competent in using the e-library. Please make use of the resources that is available, because we are paying a lot of money every year to subscribe to all these database and e-books. So please utilize them to the fullest. As I told you, if there is a material that you need, but for your assignment or for your project paper or your thesis that you cannot, is somewhere or other you cannot find it, please contact us. We can give you information consultancy services to you free of charge. Communicate with us, and then we will try to get the resources to you. Maybe we cannot give you on the spot, but we will do our own literature search for you and get the material for you. This is the library gateway. If you go to our website, you can access the gateway. This is where you can get the quick access to the online database, past year exam question, thesis, and library collection. This is the help desk. We have where we have a ticketing system whereby you can log in. You can see there, ask for help, create a ticket. So when you go to the website, you can ask question on any of the topic that is in the drop down menu. You can ask on database, on citation of manager, donation, or document delivery, referral letter for those in Malaysia who wants to go to other academic libraries to do your research. You can get letter from us and so on. So you can post all your queries in here, and we record it, and we will answer to you through the email. Because if you use this ticketing system, it's easy for us to track down your queries and get back to you as soon as possible, and also to keep a better record of your queries. Now, just now in the earlier briefing by the registrar, Encik Yusof, he told you about plagiarism checker. This is what we are using, turn it in. So all assignments, all written assignment, project papers, thesis have to be submitted through online through this plagiarism checker that we subscribe to, is turn it in. So if you get more than 80% of your material that you submit is being plagiarized, so you have to redo your assignment, your thesis, and so on. So the hit must be below 20%. So this is where most of the students encounter problem. You can, if you have problem with this, you can communicate with your program coordinator, or also you can communicate with the librarian. So we will try to sort out your problem. Sometimes you cannot download your assignment into 30 and other problem that encounter. We will assist you. So that's briefly about the information about the library. There's a lot, in fact, to inform you, to tell you about the library resources, but since this is an orientation session, there's a lot of information for you. I know you are encountering and maybe an information overload this morning, but we are available 24/7 for you to answer your queries. As you can see on the screen, there are a lot of channels for you to communicate with us if you have a problem. And my advice is if you have any problem, not only with the library, but if your programs and so on, please communicate with us, because you are paying us for the service. So make full use of your time to communicate with us. That's why maybe some of in the past cases where students easily give up because they hit a dead end. They don't know where to go, whether in terms of getting resources from the library or how to proceed with their program. Whatever this is, we have the resources and the means at AeU to assist you. As Encik Yusof, the registrar, informed you, we even have counselor to counseling you in your academic program, even in your personal program. And then if you have resources that you need for your studies and for your assignment, you can communicate with us through the library. We will assist you. We are here being paid to assist you. Please make use of our resources here at AeU to your fullest. So I would like to end my session here and wish you good luck throughout your studies with AeU, and hopefully we can see you on the convocation, on your convocation day.
Thank you, Encik Amir. Before we move on to our next session, we would like to play a video detailing a little bit more information about our knowledge center.
Welcome to AeU Digital Library. Today I will guide you how to access to digital library. The AeU Digital Library, also known as an e-library, is a platform for users to access to library collections such as subscribed online database, open access resources, university repository, past exam paper, and more. In order to access to digital library, kindly go to library.aeu.edu.my. First of all, how to log in to my library account. For your information, the library account allows you to check your borrowed books, renew your books, check outstanding fines, and search library catalog. For the first-time user, please activate your library account by resetting the password. Please go to the help desk and then click forgot password. After that, enter login information, which is your student ID number and your email address. Your email address must be email that you register under AeU. And then click submit. After that, you will receive a notification with the link to reset your password. Open your email and then click at the link provided. Enter your new password and confirm new password. Your password must contain at least 8 characters, including uppercase, lowercase, and numbers. Confirm new password. And then click submit. And then click here to log in to my library account. Log in. Put your student ID and your new password. Click login. So this is your library account. If you have borrowed a book, it will show you how many books you have borrowed and the due date. Here you also can check your library outstanding fines. If you want to renew your book, just click renew and then renew all. Okay, the next step is how to access to Library Gateway. Library Gateway is a single point access to the library online platform. Here, user can access library subscribed online database, library catalog, university repository, and more. How to access to Library Gateway? Firstly, click on Resources button and then click Subscribe Online Databases. After that, enter login information, which is your student ID and your password. Please be remember, the password is the same with your My Library account. Put your new password and then sign in. So this is your Library Gateway. Here you can search. You can click on Search All button to find book, journal, article, and other publication in one search. For example, I want to search material for subject project management. I put the keyword under project management and then click search. It will show you a list of materials that library has in any type materials such as printed book, e-book, academic journal, and more. To open it, just click at the title provided. Lastly, how to access to Library Online Database. What is Library Online Database? Library Online Database is a platform to bridge users with the scholarly and quality resources. It can be in any type of material such as e-book, e-journal, e-thesis, e-newspaper, and more. Accessing from the library website will ensure that you have full access to the subscribed databases. Kindly go to the Library Gateway and then click on Online Databases, More Info. It will show you a list of databases provided. You can choose any database such as ProQuest, EBSCO, Emerald, Sage, etc. based on your subject and topic needed. For example, I want to search e-book on subject corporate finance. I click on e-book business collection. And then I click the keyword by corporate finance and then click search. It will show you a list of books that are available in online database. To view the ebook, you just click the title, corporate finance, and then click PDF full text to view online. And now I can read the book online. I also can read this book by chapter. Let's say if you want to read the chapter 1, just click at the left side. For any inquiry, you can contact us through this number 0350223570, or you can email to library@aeu.edu.my, or you can go directly to our library website and create a ticket support, or you can live chat with us during office hour. That's all from me. Thank you.
So that's the video that explains a little bit about our knowledge center that we have. Next, we have now reached the last part of the briefing program. In this session, the Asian Center of Learning, or ACE for short, will introduce 3 videos explaining about several aspects that are important for you as students. To introduce these videos, we will invite Associate Professor Dr. Aidah Abdul Rahman to explain a little bit what the videos are all about. Dr. Aidah?
Okay, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to everybody. I welcome all of the new students to AeU. Welcome, and you have made the right decisions and wise decision to be part of our education learning teams. Okay, for this session, there will be 3 videos explaining about learning management system, which is our MyPLS, and also our campus management system known as MyAeU. And the last part will be on the academic facilitator sessions. Okay, so as we know that this is an online university, and we really need you to be equipped with all this digital literacy knowledge. Okay, and we have provided you with the trainings required. You can find it at our MyPLS session. Anything that you really need on the tools on moving forward in e-learning educations. Okay, so now the sessions on the video will be starting soon.
Welcome to AeU University, My AeU. In this video, you will learn how to access My AeU portal, the overview of My AeU and the features of My AeU. How to access My AeU. Technical requirement for My AeU is by using latest version of any internet browser. How to access My AeU via browser and login page. In your browser, type the following URL. You can log into My AeU by entering your student ID number or email address for username and password. Then, click Login. What is My AeU Student Portal? My AeU is an easy, student-friendly application for all your student learning and as well as managing your studies at AeU. My AeU features. When you are logged into My AeU Student Portal, you can see these 10 icons. Each icon has different functions. Profile, My Subject, My PLS, Admin Services, Finance Services, Assessment Services, Email, Announcement, Library, Query. We will explore these functions one by one. Accessing My AeU Student Portal. Students Profile Module. This section manages students' profile and information. My Subject Module. Subject Information, Enrolled Subjects, Manage process related to register new subjects, add subjects and drop subjects. My PLS Module. This is a learning management system, LMS, that provides online virtual learning and personalized learning environment at AeU. Admin Services Module. Manage process related to academic programs such as credit transfer, change program, defer study, withdraw study, change learning location or study mode, and EPF withdrawal letter. Finance Services Module. Keep record of each student's financial, online payment, account statement, payment receipt, finance policy, and upload proof of payment. Assessment Services Module. Manage process related to transcripts, exam slip for resitting subjects, leave letter for resitting subjects and leave support letter. Email. Student web-based email using Google Platform. Make sure your pop-up browser blocker is turned off. Announcement Module. Notification of the university's important notices and announcements. Library Module, also known as Knowledge Center. This is a one-stop center university digital library that contains references, past year exam papers, thesis and dissertation, books, journals, academic articles and conference proceedings. The library button will automatically launch you to AeU Library. Make sure your pop-out browser blocker is turned off. Query Module. Submission of queries or issues by students. If you face any difficulties or problems with My AeU, you may forward your inquiries by using the following channels. The roles and responsibilities of academic facilitator are as follows. Facilitate, guide students, and student progress. AF roles to facilitate active learning through face-to-face, tutorial, and fully online class. Besides, AF also can use other method using online discussion, such as forum, emails, WhatsApp, Telegram or social media. AF must guide students to manage their own learning, which can help them do better in doing assignment, and excel in examination. The result will be students who are more inventive, able to apply their learning to life's challenges. AF must review student progress, either they are active in online class participation, join forum participation and discussion. We are going to explain further on the assessment part. Assessment process will be based on coursework and exam work, assignments, and experiential learning. It is including work-based, online quizzes, case study and reflective journal. For the assessment percentage, 60% is from design or assignment, and 40% from final product or examination. Learning at AeU University has no boundaries by implementing personalized learning. This is to enhance learners' e-learning experience through online facilitation and face-to-face tutorial. Further, learning materials and guide also provided in online platform, and learners can submit their assignment through online. Welcome to AeU University. In this video, you will learn how to access My Personalized Learning Space, also known as My PLS. Through My PLS, you will experience online virtual learning and personalized learning environment at AeU. You can access this platform on mobile and web. For mobile, install Moodle app in your app store. Enter your matric number and password to log into My PLS. Once you log in, you can view a dashboard that includes your enrolled courses for the current semester. For example, Computer Security course. Click to view the course content such as the course summary, notes, assignments and many more. Click Home to view other information. You may use the search column to search for courses by typing the course code or title. Stay connected with the school community by clicking on Schools. Get notified on upcoming events and important announcements by clicking on Announcement. Click on Knowledge Center for an extensive online digital library resources. Click on Examination to access past year's questions. Scroll down to find out what is happening at AeU. You can also view the lead teachers. You can view AeU Massive Open Online Courses, also known as MOOCs, to access free courses. Accreditation of Prior Experiential Learning, APEL, ANC. Degree by Bits and Bytes. For your latest class timetable, you can click on the school menu. At Student Support menu, you can find information such as Synchronous Online Final Examination Student Guide and Exam Link, Academic Calendar and Timeline, Student Handbook and many more. Click on My PLS Guide for students if you need more information on how to submit assignments, MPLS framework and navigation process. Click the Orientation Kit to get the overview of AeU, Synchronous Online Final Examination, My PLS, Finance, and Knowledge Center. Plagiarism Checker. Online training for academic facilitator. Don't miss out on AeU's latest updates by following these social media. For any technical issues, you may email ACE at the address stated. For academic and learning materials, please get back to your school representative. Final word, all the best from us.
Thank you, Ace. Ladies and gentlemen, before we end this session, we would like to share a video of one of our AeU alumni graduate talking about her experience learning at AeU.
My impression of AeU is very good. It's a flexible and international university that offers academic and professional training that are accessible and affordable to students like me without giving up my career. And the lecturers are very helpful and knowledgeable, and the staff are also very friendly and well trained to answer inquiries of the students.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of the briefing session for today. If you have further questions, as always, please write to orientation@aeu.edu.my. After this program ends, you will have a session with the school's program coordinator. Do refer to the program that has been sent to you and click or copy the link for each of the respective program for the session. During this session, the coordinator will guide and help you to better understand your program. So if you have any questions at all, do not hesitate to add them out. Online distance learning is an independent endeavor. It doesn't have to be a solitary one. So AeU faculty members and staff are here to help facilitate and guide all students in achieving their objectives studying with us. So do reach out with just a phone call, a text, and an email away. On behalf of AeU, I'd like to wish all the best to all of you in your journey, and we will see you around virtually.